node, the number of elements are 5, whereas here the number of elements are 3, for the simple reason that it holds the key. In addition to the key, it holds the value also. It holds the level. So level 1, level 2, level 3, like that. Right? Other than that, in this node, we have to have a pointer to have the address of the next express node. We have to have a pointer which holds the address of the node, right? And we have to have a pointer which holds the address of down, that is, suppose we are at the level 2. Suppose we are at the level 2. So level 2 express node should point to the level 1 express node, right? So these are the 5 elements which made the composition of our express node. So at this particular point, we have just created a temporary pointer and we are storing the base address which comprises of these 5 elements. Then we are asking the user to enter the value. When we ask the user to enter the value, suppose assume that the user has entered 10, right? He already the express node belonging to 10 is already there. Express node belonging to 10 is already there. So, but the user demanded that I want an express node having 10, which you cannot rule out. You cannot say the user don't do this because it's already there, right? That your application also cater for that situation. So make an assumption that the already you have one express node called as 10, which is a key, but the user has by mistake or he has entered that I want one express node having the key value as 10, right? So what is the criteria that a node can be an express node? The precondition for the node to be an express node. Presently, we are only looking for level 2. That is, one is the normal lane and the other is the express lane, right? Normal lane and express lane. In your syllabus also, it will restrict only to 2 lanes, express lane and the normal lane. If I want to have a node in the express node, what is the precondition? Anyone? Yeah, Bhuvan Sai ready? It should be in the normal node, right? Absolutely right. Good. So if the node is there, if any of these nodes are there, and the key in the normal node is there, then only it gets qualified to be a part of your express node, right? So when I'm opting for this, when I'm calling this function, first I'm doing search. What is search doing? This search, which we have covered in the previous class, this search job is basically searching whether I have a node in the normal lane. If I do not have the node in the normal lane, then there is no way that I can add. So now the user has asked for 10. 10 is here. 10 node is here. So in the last class, we have set when the node is found, the key found, we have set it to -1, if you remember. The key node is equal to, we have set it to -1. So the node is already found. So the key found is equal to -1, right? When the key found is equal to -1, corresponding to key found is equal to -1, what is temp1? Temp1 is the temporary pointer pointing to the key, and that particular key was pointing at 10. Okay, so k is equal to temp1 of key, that is 10. K value is 10. So the user is asking for adding a express node with the key value 10, right? That's the situation. Now I is equal to express temp1 of key. What is express temp1? express temp1 is also standing here. Express temp1 is also standing here. So why? Because express first is equal to express temp1. So express temp1 is standing here, and I is equal to express temp1 of key. What is express temp1 of key? 10. So the first while condition, the first while loop is I less than 10. What is the value of I? I value is 10. What is the value of k? K value is also 10, right? So while condition fails, 10 less than 10 is false. So it does not enter the while loop. Now it comes to the if condition. I equal to 10, I equal to k. What is I? I is 10. What is k? K is also 10. So express node key is 10, already exists. Express node will not be added, right? Express node will not be added. Are you getting this point? So we have ruled out that possibility that already if one express node is existing, if already express node is existing, you are not permitted to add that express node again. Now in the earlier case, we had an option wherein the normal node key exists and the user wants to, by mistake, the user has given the same key. So we have given him a choice. That that key exists. Do you want to change the value? I'll change the value, but I can't change the key because there are no duplicate keys, right? The criteria for adding the express node is what? That as Nikhil has said, Bonsai Reddy has said, that the criteria of adding an express node is that the key in the node should be existing, isn't it? So because the key was existing, corresponding to that, the value is also existing. So there is no question of that. Therefore, in this particular logic, we are not asking the user to, do you want to change the value? We are not asking that. Are you getting my point? Is there any doubt regarding already one express node exists and the user wants to, by mistake or intentionally, the user is trying whether I can add one more express node with having the same key. If there is any question, please come to the chat window and we can again discuss about that. Any one of you? It should be normal. I want to give input as 20. No, we'll come to that. Bogram, Hariyara, Bogram. First, we are taking case 1, wherein 10, I'm talking about the express node 10, already exists. And intentionally or by mistake, the user is asking to add one more express node having the same key, right? So what you are talking about 20, we'll discuss in the next case. But in the present case, in case the user wants to add either intentionally or by mistake the express node which is already existing in my skip list. So this particular if condition, that is I is equal to k, express node 10 already exists, express node will not be added. That will be the output. So any query regarding, fine. If there is no query, then let's come to what Hariyara is saying. My case 2 is what? Case 2 is that I would like to add express node corresponding to say 22. Right? Hariyara Bogram is asking 20 and I'm just taking 22. Okay. Now, what is the present situation? I have the key corresponding to 10 and I have the key corresponding to 30. I'm just talking about express node. I'm just talking about the express node. have the express node key corresponding to 10 and express node key corresponding to 30. Okay. Now the user has asked the add an express node here 22, right? So we went to the search condition and we found 22 as a node. We found 22 as a node. Since we found 22 as a key in the node, so this the first criteria is met, that I can add an express node. The first criteria is met, that I can add an express node, right? Then I have to come to a slot where I should be able to add this. I should be able to add this, right? So right now the user has asked, just a minute. Yeah, the user has asked the key as 22, right? Means what? Corresponding to this, he wants to add an express node here. So this express node is in between the existing express node 10 and 30, right? So when I come to I value is 22. I value is 22. Are you agreeing with this? See, I value is 22. The user has asked, forget about these pointers. I value is 22, right? So what has happened? Key is found. K is equal to temp1, temp1 of key. So K value becomes 22. The K value has become 22. Express temp1 is equal to express temp1 of this thing. So presently the express temp1 is standing here. Express temp1 is standing here. What is the value of I? I is equal to express temp1 of key. What is the key? 10. What is the key? 10. Right? So this is 22, K is 22 and I is 10. So with that, we'll come here. Now, express cur of express next is equal to express temp1. What is that? What is that? Express cur is here. Let me get the express cur. Express cur is 22, right? So express cur of express next, that is, this is express next. Presently it is null. Express next is equal to express temp1. So express temp1 should not here. It should be pointing to this 10. That is not here. It should be pointing to the base address of this. So let me make it. It's pointing to the base address of this. Right. Now express cur of next is equal to temp1. What is this express cur of temp1 is equal to temp1? This point. Express cur of next is equal to temp1. What is temp1? Temp1 is corresponding to 22. We are trying to add a express node here, right? So what is the NXT? NXT is the normal node base address, right? So express cur of next is equal to temp1, so it will come over here. Now express cur of key is equal to K. What is K? K is 22, so 22 has come over here. Now express cur of level. Now level is same as the existing level, that is 1. right? And if express curve of level is equal to 1, express curve of down is equal to null. Why? Reason being, if it is level 1, the down one is the normal lane. The down one is the normal lane. For that reason, what we say that express curve of down is equal to null, right? Then express temp 2 of express next is equal to curve, right? So this pointer, which is the express curve of temp, that should be pointing to the newly added express node, which is here. That should be pointing here. That is how you are inserting the express node over here. You are inserting the express node over here, right? Now, this is just for the printing sake, and we come over here. Now, suppose the user, this criteria is also not met. There is no pointer, there is no key in the normal node. Then we say express node not found, and simply say can't add the express node. Suppose the user has asked for adding an express node 50, right? So it won't be there in the part 1 itself. It won't be there in the part 1 itself, and will come over here and express that it is not found. And finally, we are going to set it as key found is equal to 0. Yeah. Are you able to understand this? What I'll do, I will try to show you the code. I'll try to show you the code and execute the code in front of you incomplete. Execute the code in front of you incomplete. So just a minute, let me come over here. This is what insert between express node, what I just now explained it to you, right? So let me compile it first. The compilation is successful. Then let me run it. Okay. When you run, for the sake of demonstration, yeah, for the sake, Bhavana, I'll explain just a minute. Let me run through the demonstration. Initially, first and last node. I'm talking about the first and the last node, and first and last express node. So node first is equal to 9999 minus, and first value is minus 9999. Now this is the express node. Express node is also minus 9999, and value is minus 9999. Level is 1. The right hand express node is plus 9999, and corresponding value is this, and level is 1. Now we can do all these operations: insert node, insert express node, delete node, search node through express node, and display all the nodes, right? So let us first say this has been initialized. So if it is initialized straight away, if I ask for 6, what is the current situation? The current situation is what? The normal node is this, and the express nodes are also the same. The normal node and the express node are same because we have not added anything. Okay, there's only the initialization has happened. Now let us start inserting, selecting the choice 1. What is choice 1? Insert node. Then he's asking, enter the key. Suppose I give the key as 1. Now the first thing to be checked, is what? That the key should not be existing. Presently we know that only 2 keys are there, minus 9999 and plus 9999. But we can't take a chance. The moment the user asks to enter a key, we first have to search in the normal lane whether the key exists or not. So the minus 9999 at node 0 was there, and 9999 at node 1 was there. So key 1 is unique. Key 1 is unique. What is the definition of key? The definition of key says that it has to be unique, right? And if the user wants to add the key 1, I'm just giving one added information that it will be at between 0 and 1. What is at 0? Minus 9999. What is at 1? Plus 9999. So in between these two, in the normal lane, I have to add the key. So this is just for the sake of demonstration. I am displaying the current situation. The user has said key 1, is asking the value. I am saying 1111. This is a value corresponding to key 1, right? And I press enter. Now if you see here, displaying the normal lane, first the leftmost, the default one, that is initialized one, is 9999. The newly added node is 1 with value this. And the express node continues to be minus 9999 and plus 9999. Again, let me select the choice 1, add as 2. He says that 2 key is unique. Key is 2, value is 22. All right. So again, you will see that it is getting sorted also. It is getting sorted also. Again, let me give the choices 1 and say key as 3. Key 3 is unique to be added between 2 and 3. Let me give the key as 3 and value as 3333. Right? So we have successfully added 3 nodes in our skip list. Right? Now let's go for option 2. Let's go for option 2, that is insert an express node. Presently, what are the express nodes? The express nodes are minus 9999 and plus 9999. Right? Assume that the choice is 2. Right? So enter the key to be added to express node. Right? Suppose I give this key as say 5. Right? So express node key not found, can't add express node. Right? The first criteria is met, that he has searched the entire key, only key available was 1, 2, 3. Therefore, he has said that I cannot add. Right. So let's say 2 again, and let me give the express node 2. Right. Now, if you see the present situation, say 6, in the normal lane, I have minus 9999, 1, 2, 3, and plus 9999. And in the express node, we have minus 9999 and express node corresponding to 2, and its value is 2222. The value is exactly same as that which is in your normal lane, which is there in your normal lane. Okay. So search. Now, as the student was asking, Nikhil Reddy, that search node through express node. Search node should happen through express node. So we know that we have minus 9999, 2, and plus 9999. These are the 3 keys, right? These are the 3 keys. Now, in between value is 1. Okay. So if I select the option as 5, so he's asking me the enter the key to be searched. I say 1, right? I say 1. So if you see the display, if you see the display, this display I have given only for the sake of demonstration. You need not say, you just say that the key found. Now first he has gone to express node 9999 and said I'm searching for 1, right? And searching for key. Now here the next node is 2. Are you getting my point? The next express node is 2. Because the next express node is 2, right? What is the possibility? That in the express node I did not find 1. Are you getting my point, students? Are you getting my point? You may say, sir, you are just displaying it, but what is the proof that it is not there in the express lane? Are you getting my point? See, we know that in the express node, presently we have minus double line double line, 2 and plus double line double line. These are the three keys which are also there in the normal lane. In addition to that, in the normal lane, we have minus double line 1, 2, 3 and plus double line. Presently, I'm asking for whether node number 1 is there, right? So Nikhil Reddy, when you said that searching job should happen through express node, right? So I said, yes, searching job should always be through express node, and that is the main purpose of my skip list. So just to give a demonstration to your query, that is the searching happening through express node, or is the searching happening through normal node? Normal node we have already seen, but the express node searching is faster, so that we are going to see. All right. So first it has gone to the express node double line and said the user wants 1. So it has moved next. It has moved next, right? And when it has moved next, it went to 2, and 2 was higher than the 2 key was higher than 1, right? So what I'm trying to display over here? Searching for key 1 will search the key in the node, right? So key 1 not found in the express lane, searching for the normal lane. Then from minus double line, I stepped down to the normal lane. And minus double line was the first node. Search key was 1. Then I moved forward, right, in the normal lane. Node key is 1. Node next is 1. Search key 1. Key found. Are you getting my point? Now let us say I'm searching for 5 again, searching through the express node, and let's say I say 2. We know that in the express lane also I have key 2, in the normal lane also I have key 2, right? So in one shot only it has got that express node key first was minus double line, search key was 2, express node key was 2, node value is this, and search key is 2 and found, right? So it has through the express node itself, it has given a display that I have found. Yeah, somebody was trying to raise a question. Are you getting this point, or should I move next? Okay, now let us look for, now we have in the, again let me display for the sake of, so we have a key 2, but we have in the normal node 3, So if the user wants to look for 3, I should come first to this express node, then I should come to this express node, then I should come to this express node, because the key 3 is less than double line. I should go back to the previous express node, come down to the normal node, and through the normal node I should carry on in the normal lane, and if I find 3, then I should say yes, I found 3. Okay, so let us go for choice as 5 again, and now let us look for 3, right? So it has started with double line, but looking for 3, so moved next. It went to 2, but looking for 3, so moved next. Now it has encountered double line, right? So express node key 2 and search key is 3 will search in the node, right? Key 3 not found in the express lane, searching in the normal lane. So from normal lane node 2, we have come down. From normal lane, as from express node 2, I have come down to the normal lane and only moved one step to identify 3 and say key found and said key found. Okay, so this is how Nikhil Reddy, through the express lane, we will be able to speed up our search operation. Nikhil Reddy, are you clear about this? Yeah. Any other query? Somebody was, while I was explaining, somebody was trying to write the query, but since I was explaining, so somebody waited. Okay, Rohan, anything? Okay, once can you explain case 2? Okay, sure. Let me see, some other students are also putting some questions. Once we get the same questions, then we'll come. If search key is 9999. Okay, let's see 5. Arshad? Right. So we are not stepped into the normal lane. Through express lane itself, we have finished the search job, as Arshad is asking. So we need to step down to the normal lane if it is in between 2 keys in the express lane. Yeah, I'm seeing some students using the chat window, therefore I'm waiting, otherwise I'll go back to case 2. Oh, Janvi. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Few of us were unable to submit the code for program 3. Can you please reactivate the question this evening? We are unable to submit it yesterday as it was Sunday. But the program was activated that day only, and it was timed for that day itself. Okay, anyway, this query you put it to Shankar sir when he will come at 2 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. Somebody was saying, what if the key not found in both express? That's what we tested. No? For example, 5, and we are searching for 5. Key 5 is neither in, key 5 is not there in the normal lane, nor key 5 is in the express lane. But we can't take a chance, right? If some key is given, we have to look, because there is a possibility that after express key 2 and between express key 9999, it could be there, right? So 5 is not found anywhere, but we can't take a chance. So what you are seeing it on the screen, first it went to express lane, this, then it came to 2, then it went to 99, 9999. So it has stepped down, went to 3, went to 9999 and not found, right? Therefore, he says 5 key is not found. Right. Now, choice 9 and we come out. So students, what I will do after explaining this case 2, uh, I will put this code in a, say, Word document, and I'll share this code with all of you. But before that, because if you make mistakes in at any one point, then my chat window will be full of, sir, the code is not working, there is an error in this line, this, that. So for your satisfaction, you just copy paste, execute it on your this thing and test it. It's working over here. I have given the demonstration. The point which I am making over here, if you interact with the students of other college, if you interact with the students of our other college, then what the students they may say that in our college nobody is explaining or nobody is even bothering about writing a code for skip list. In most of the college, firstly in the syllabus, it is not mentioned that the code has to be executed. Unlike your single linked list, insert, update, delete, all that is mandatory. It's also in the lab. So you have no other option than to work with the this thing, the code corresponding to single linked list, double linked list, circular linked list. But as far as this, but as far as the skip list is concerned, it is not clearly mentioned, nor it is a part of your syllabus. Sorry, not neither it's a part of your lab. In the lab also there is no skip list insertion, skip list deletion, or this thing. Then 90% of the students, I'm sure by now you have lost interest in the code. But the point which I'm trying to make and why we all faculty members are taking the effort to make you write the code is to build your logical skills. To build your logical skills. If somebody can handle, do all the insert, search, and delete operation in the skip list, I'm 100% sure that your logical thinking has jumped. Suppose your in the previous case your logical skill was at level 2. I can assure you that that's logical thinking. If you write the code yourself, or even if you understand the code we have written and passed on to you, those who have understood and executed by typing their own code, their skill, logical thinking will jump from 2 to 7. 2 to 7, definitely it will jump. Those who have understood my code, their logical thinking will jump to somewhere between 5 and 6. Right? The main point which I am trying to say put across to you is that when you go for interviews in your after your 3-2, that is after your next year, when you go for your interviews, in the interviews, as the CSC students, when they are trying to give you a kind of a problem to be solved, right? Most of the company, what they do, they will ask you to express, write the code, right? Either on the paper or they will ask you to write the code on the straight on the machine and execute and get the test cases also. Get the test cases also. Now, some students, like probably EC students and EI students who are familiar with arrays, they may try to do something like this with arrays. But if you start using the linked list, then 100% the preference will be given to you. 100% the preference will be given to you. Number two, if they ask you the search operation and if they are trying to put a question that in a large database, right, using the data, using your normal C, can you do the search operation which is faster? If you say, sir, I will use a sorted array, or at the most if you say, I will use a sorted linked list. But if now that you are aware of this, if you say, sir, I will do skip list, I'll do skip list. And God forbid, that is the time if your project manager who has come for the interview, if he's asking you, just is it a chance that you know the name of a skip list, that this is the answer you are given? Probably he may go to a next level to test you whether you really know about the skip list. He may ask you to draw the structure of a skip list node, express node, a structure, and a normal node structure. If you sit down and show him, 100% he will not ask you the next question, he will say you selected. Students, are you getting my point? So our aim is not just to prepare you to attend to your JNTU. Our aim is much higher, that you should be successful in your life, and the success is only determined when you get into a company which is your dream company. Okay, so I'm sharing this entire code with you. The delete code is using the search criteria and deleting the job. How I'm inserting the delete is slightly different way. You are taking out the node and connecting the previous node to the next node, right? So please go through the delete code, and I'm not going to explain the delete code in the present class. If majority of you are not understanding, then we'll think about taking one class to explain you the code to delete a node and code to delete an express node. It can be individually handled. A user may want to remove an express node and continue to have a node, or the user may want to delete a node and the connected express nodes also. Both the possibilities are there, right? So now coming back to the case 2. Now in the case 2, students, actually the arrows and the pointers which are looking, they are actually, I did not get time to work very clearly. So focus on what I'm saying rather than what the pointers are saying. Now what we want to do is we want to add an express node between existing 10 and 30, between 10 and 30. Okay, so we have selected, say at 22 I would like to add an express node, right? Now case 1, that 22 can be added only when 22 is there in the normal node, right? So in the previous slide this particular bracket is meant for key is equal to -1, right? So the searching job of finding a node in the normal lane is already true. Therefore key found is -1. Therefore key found is -1. So in the case 2, when we are coming here, right, key found is -1, that is given. The first express node key is -10, that is this, not -10, 10, and the second express node key is 30. And the user wants to add one express node here, right? So this particular express node curl, he wants to add the key as 22, that is here. So what we are doing, express cur of express next. This express cur of express next has to be pointed where? Here, 30. That is that's in your temp1, right? Because temp1 has advanced from this to this. Temp1 has advanced from 30 to from 10 to 30. So presently express temp1 is standing here. So this express cur of next is equal to express temp, right? So this is going to point to the base address of 30. Express cur of nxt is equal to temp1. What is nxt? Nxt is corresponding to the node, right? This particular node which I am adding here is nxt is the base address of the normal node. Next point, express cur of key. Express cur of key is equal to 22. This 22 is over here. Express cur of level is equal to 1. Whatever is the level of this is going to be the express cur's level, right? If express curl level is greater than 1, is level is equal to 1, right? Which is true in our case. Express curl down, which is down, this one. And we are preparing a intermediate node whose down is going to be here, right? That is going to be null. That is going to be null. Okay. Express temp 2 of express next could occur. Where is express next to standing? Express temp 2 is standing here, one step behind. Its next is going to get attached to this intermediate node which is added here. And express temp 1 of express next. Temp 1 is standing here, as I told you, of temp 1 is not equal to null, so we are not going to enter in this loop, and we straight away come over here and print the value. Those students, I think Rohan and I think Bhavana, if I'm not mistaken. Are you understanding this? Has my voice gone a little low, students? While I was explaining this case 2, were you able to hear, or my voice was low? Clear? Okay. Thank you. So this is what we are talking about your step list. So with that, what I will do, I'll share the entire code maybe in the Word document or maybe in the notepad, and through Shankar sir, he will have it sent to all of you. He will have it sent to all of you. I'll copy and paste it by today evening. So maybe by max before tomorrow next class, you will get the code. Copy paste. Try to execute on your system. Try more than execute. See, execution, I have just shown it to you. It will work. There's nothing great in the execution part. What is to be tested is, what is to be done is, try and understand each and every line. Now, the other thing, as I told, and I will keep saying this, the code is not written only in one manner. If some of you would like to go through and try to make it much more efficient, I'll be more than happy, right? Try to do that. Try to do that. If you do and you are successful, the aim is achieved, that you have thought in your own way and you have improvised the code. Improvise the code means what? You may probably reduce the loops, you have reduced the variables, you have reduced the number of pointers, or maybe something of that kind. Right. So now I'll go to the next part of Unit 2. I'd like to go to the next part of the Unit 2, and that is hash functions. The second part. Actually, the main heading of the part 2 of your Unit 2 is hash table, right? You cannot directly understand hash table unless you run through the hash functions, right? Unless you know the hash functions, you cannot understand the hash table as such. So one of the part of the hash table is the hash function. One of the part of the hash table is your hash function. Now what does this hash function say? The hash functions use, like I think sometime back I have told you this. What is a hash function? A hash function is a function. Hash function is a function which acts on the key. Once again, hash function is a function which acts on the key of the dictionary and gives the index of the value. I'm sure nothing has been understood. Even then, I'll repeat. Once the example is shown, you will understand that. You will understand that. Once again, I will repeat the basic definition of hash function. Hash function is a function which takes the parameter as your key in the dictionary. Or the dictionary is a pair of key and corresponding to the key a value. And what's a key? Which is a unique. So this hash function is going to take the parameter as the key and do something with this key to arrive at an index of the value corresponding to this key. Now, one of the logics to act on the key is division, right? Assume that your key division number is say 6. So you pick up the key, percentile that with 6, and you will arrive at some number, right? That happens to be the index of the array where you will find the value. The index of the array where you will find the value. So the different techniques of this hash function, one of the most popular is the division, second is mid square, third is folding, digital analysis. So the most widely used function is the division. That the key is divided or percentile by some number d. That d you have to decide basically depending on your application. And the remainder is used as the bucket address. That is the index to the array, right? So h is the hash function, k is the key, that is the parameter passed. So what happens is the return type of this hash function is nothing but k percentile d, right? So the bucket, what I'm talking about, the bucket is nothing, say imagine that as the index of your array, right? Since the bucket address is from 0 to the corresponding whatever is the size of an array, right? That is b minus 1. If there are b buckets, d is usually selected as the number of buckets. That is the suppose the highest number of size of an array is 6. So this d is taken as 6. Are you getting my point? What is the criteria of selecting this d? If the size of an array is 6, then the d size is 6, because you do not know what is the key. The key could be anything what the user is wanting. Okay. So any doubts, students? Are you understanding? For example, I have taken 6. When the divisor is an even number, what is the divisor? 14, right? When the divisor is an even number, odd integer hashed into the odd home bucket and even integer into even bucket. For example, this 20 is even and 14 is even, resulting into even. So this 6 is the index of the array. 30 percentile 14, 2, or 8 percentile 14 is 8. So when the divisor is even, right, and is getting divided by is even, the index is even, right? When it is even and the number is odd, divisor is even and dividend is odd, then the index is 1. Index is odd. So this is one kind of a thing which you should. Other way around, when the divisor is odd and the dividend is even, it is odd, and both are odd, it is even. Both are odd, it is as such odd. Both are odd, it is either odd or even, right? So preferably you should select a even divisor. For example, the keys could be anything. If we are going to divide by 6, then what's going to happen? We are going to have, suppose there are arrays. Now that array is going to have numbers between 0 to 5. 0 to 5. Students, are you understanding or am I confusing you? Aman, you will understand, but most of the others. Okay. Very good, Aman. I'm coming to that. I expected that. Yeah, collision. Very appropriate point Aman is raising. I have not explained collision, so I thought I will avoid. So because Aman is talking about collision, which I'm happy that some student is reading ahead of the faculty covering the syllabus. Uh, I have only, I think, 4 to 5 minutes before I hand it over to Shankar sir. So because Aman has asked for collision, let me first go to, let me demonstrate this. I'm not talking about the code. I'm just talking about the demonstration part. Okay. So let me first compile this. I'll explain the code. Don't worry. Let me just compile and run it. Okay. So what we are doing is, on the slide I showed, I have taken the divisor as 6. Here I have taken the divisor as 10. Here I have taken the divisor as 10. Now, in the hash table, so this is the table belonging to I is equal to 0. Head is pointing at 0, tail is pointing at 0. This is the initialization. There are no nodes, and no hash table has got created. So suppose I insert 1, that is I want enter your choice, I say 1, enter the key, I say 1, and the value. Insert the key and value corresponding to 1, I give the hash value as this. Okay, so inserted key and the hash value as 11. Okay, do you want to continue? Yes. And now I would like to just display this, say 4. Now when you see this, what did we enter the key? Key entered is 1. What is 1 percentile 10? 1. 1 percentile 10, 1. So what is the index value? 1. Again, let me go back to the definition of the hash function. What is the definition of the hash function? The definition of the hash function is that the key value, what was the key value given? 1. The key value was given as 1. That 1 is percentile by 10. What is the remainder? 1. So I said that when you percentile the key with the divisor, the hash function is going to return a index number. What is the index number? The index 1 is of an array. At this array, what I'll do, I'll start building a linked list. That linked list is going to have the key and its corresponding value. Now what Aman Jolly is saying is, what if the collision happens, right? Now suppose, do you want to continue? I say 1. I come back, I say insert 1, right? Suppose I ask the value 11. What is 11 percentile 10? 1, right? So what is this 1? 1 is again the index of an array. 1 is again the index of an array. What is that index array 1? We already have we have started the linked list. Therefore, when you are seeing the head and tail, what is the head? Head is the pointer which is pointing at the very first node of the linked list. So corresponding to every index, I am going to prepare one linked list. And in case collision happens, like in this case going to happen. Now here, suppose I give the value as 1010. The key value is 11. 11 percentile 10 is going to result into 1. 1 means index 1. Corresponding to index 1, I already have one key and value, right? So that is what is collision. That is what is collision, right? Now in this collision, when I say enter, and again I say 1, and now I will say display, that is 4. Now if you see the linked list, corresponding to 1, the value was this. Corresponding to 11, the value is this. Corresponding to 11, the value is this. So, so the search criteria is much faster by doing this. Aman Singh Jolly. In case of collision, it is going to not give an error. It is not going to give an error, but it is going to add a key. It's going to add a key which is going to go further. Right. So before I just let me add say 1, and suppose now I say choice is 1, 22. Key is 22. 22 percentile 10 is 2. Right. So let me give some value and press enter. Again say 1 and say 4. Now if you see over here, because I gave the 2 percentile 22, index value is 2, so the key added was this. The key added was this. So this is how, this is one more data structure, that is the hash table is another data structure. Students, I'm once again telling you that as CSE and IT students, in the interview, other than the normal searches, what searches? The linear search, the bubble search, the insertion search, all that you are also expected to know, the ECEI students are also expected to know, any other branch students are expected to know, right? But what additionally you should be able to know, that you should definitely say in the interview, right? If you do not say, he will rate you at par with the ECEI students, right? If you say the searching can happen with skip list or with the hash tables, then he will understand, yes, this student knows much more than what any average expected student is knowing. Okay, so that is the reason why we are, again, when it coming to hash table, in the syllabus it is not mentioned that the code has to be built and the code has to be written. But I am going to share for unit 1 and unit 2, wherever it is required, I am going to share with you. I am going to make you write, right? I wish that we meet sometime during the semester, and actually I see you students sitting in the lab and doing skip list and doing hash code, right? So that you are going to get benefited. And I want you boys and girls in the second year to develop this logic of creating a skip list and creating a hash table. So thank you. I'll stop now because Shankar sir must be waiting. Uh, do not log out. Shankar sir will interact, and you can please put that query to you regarding the program 3. Okay, thank you. Shankar, you can please take on. I'm sorry, I have handed over a little late to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Can you able to listen my voice? Yeah, very good. The previous I given the one program, right? Program three. The program three of creating a linked list of perform the student operation, right? So most of them done. I don't know why in the total 450, 55 log, only 81 logins has came out, and 81 all the students has been done. I don't in that one maximum. I think that 40% has completed. The 40% has done, but I don't know why the remaining students why they did not done. And I given only one test cases to execute this program, and I don't know why the remaining has not attended. Anyhow, guys, this is very easy question which I has given. Instead of creating a one node, the node number with a next pointer, just we given that three or three pages. I don't know why that students has been not. I'm showing that one student who done, who are done. And even the Sunday, I don't know for Sunday that we doesn't have a server up. So I given the extended time up to today, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Tak, 1 p.m. I stopped that program. So this is a student so that Prajwal and Ravani, Girita, Anavi, Ivana, Ek, Haji, Raju, this is Priyanka. This is some of the students what I'm projecting right now. They have been accepted. Many people have. And I don't know some of the students have done tried well, but they are unable to grade it. Like why Vaishnavi from CSE section, she tried up to 17 times, but she did not pass the test case. I don't know why it happened. Maybe to some logic. And one of the guy that's Shravani, she also done, but she is unable to compile with her output. Right? And remaining these students are not at all submitted, they do not touch that program also. This many students, right? So I don't know why they done. Okay, just a quick that one. Yesterday I given a small, yesterday I given small quick with combination of all the concepts which have been covered, right? Just I want to show that questions with an answer. And today also we had a one quiz also. So it's a 10 minutes quiz, right? Just I want to go to a quick review. I given a 15 questions now, right? The insertion and deletion on the queue is called what is called NQ and DQ. It's already covered. And the second question, it's all about which of that is not a type of linked list is in a hybrid linked list, right? And which function itself called is called recursive function. And the fourth one, which of the following themselves is a collect different data? This is a different data structure, which is not, if you are different data type which are stored in a single one, it's a union, right? The fourth one is a which are the themselves collection of different data types in a single is called structure. What is it called? Reverse polishing notation. Reverse polishing notation nothing but a postfix notation is another term or name, right? Postfix notation is nothing but a reverse polishing notation, and a linear collection even by means of point linked list, right? And I given the one true and false. When function calls another function, means one function is calling another function, the previous function is stored in which stack is true or false, it's true, right? And suppose if I want to perform the operation like push s comma x in the stack, and the pushing of stacking some x element which is going to push x, answer is x, right? Identify the polish notation, nothing but again, what is the polish notation? Prefix notation. Ninth one. And tenth one, linked list is generally concerned an example of cache type of memory allocation, right? Dynamic. Yeah, allocating malloc, cloc, realloc for all the dynamic memory allocation. We are not fixing a memory. Suppose if you're taking an array of size of 10, we are allocating a 10 in array. But here, when you perform a linked list, we are allocating memory ourselves using an some other types of operations like using an operation like memloc, cloc, allocation methods are there, right? We are using. And this one is a linear list of an element in which deletion can be done one end and insertion can be done. Already I shown you with a picture that one previous one. Queue, and a queue is follows the before, right? First in first out. Stack follows before, last in first out. In a term, push and pop is related to stack, not if I talk about the queue, it's NQ and DQ. And if I talk about this program, right? Here, this is a sample program. This is a header file. I'm creating a structure called name called sample and inserting some integer type variable. And this is naming as a sample. And in the main method sample.a, I'm calling that a value, right? In a sample.a, I'm allocating some value called 100. I'm printing that what value? Percentile d for integer, right? So d sample.a, there is no any error, so it will print directly 100. Instead of percentile d, if I d percentile c, it's going to be workable. Now, right? And which are the following storing a different data types in the same memory location? Which one union, right? These are the sample questions I given today, previous quiz. And I'm very happy that one I given the small application of a linked list. A lot of students have struggled very hard and they done very well. And it is given the three, right? Only three nodes you have to create, and it has to put in an alphabetical order, right? Before that one, also there is a program called this is a program, right? Today I want to give you one more program. Whatever you've done in the previous program, it's an a static type, means you are giving only three nodes. Here, this program is a dynamic type. So how to do this one? Just I give a small how to do this one, right? Just I'll give a description of this one, and you can go do it. And I'm giving the time up to Wednesday before the class started, up to that before passing time of Wednesday of 1 o'clock. I'm giving the time for that up to that time. And this is very easy. Something like whatever you done previous thing, I'm adding something new features in that one. That's it. I'm not adding more in that one. Just you have to perform some small operation, right? So please read this question. Write a C program. You have to perform some C program here, right? Uh, yeah, write a C program to create a linked list and perform the following operation. One thing is insertion should be done, right? Second one is the deletion of a particular node you have to done, and you have to display in a descending order or ascending order, sorry, and you have to exit from the loop. So already you've done this one. You insert three students, whatever the previous you done, is done. Then deletion is a new one. Deletion and exit. How to do this one? I'm giving the sample input output also there. So it has to do that one. It has to print as this. Which operation do you want to perform? 1 for insert, 2 for delete, 3 for display, 4 for exit. So there is an empty, right? First in the program, whatever you're writing is empty. So first insertion has to be done. So insertion means pressing one. The pressing one insertion has to be in one. It has to enter 10 as a roll number, and Ram is an student name, and in which the department belongs to CSC. And next, it has to come out of loop. Again, it has to control has to come beginning. Again, it has to answer which operation do you want? Insertion, deletion, discard, exit. Again, insertion. I'm inserting 20 and the name of the student Arun and ID. Right? Next, what you have to do? That's it. Next operation, what I want to do is you need to do after that an insertion. Again, it has to come to beginning, and it asks which operation do you want. I want to printing the display. So pressing the 3, it has to print 20 Arun 90 because A is an alpha. What is called is a dictionary order. A has to print first, then 10 has to print Ra. But it's an only for given 2, right? If the test cases maybe the 3 or 4, 5, it has whatever you're written in the logic, it has to perform. Okay, this is an today's agenda. I'm giving you 2 days of time. Today, Monday, and Monday I'm giving, if possible, Tuesday. So again, suppose in the Wednesday, I'm going to stop at 1 o'clock. Before 1 o'clock, you have to do this operation. Okay? Do you have any doubts in this one? Anyone have the doubts regarding this question? Yeah, quiz. Okay. Quiz also I'm starting, right? Yeah, today's quiz also is a common question, which is having a skip list as a combination of skip list and function. I am starting a quiz. Please go to it. Quiz also started. Exactly, I'm going to stop at 2:35. Quiz is started, guys. So if anyone want required quiz, they can do it. Yes, everyone has to attempt this quiz. But this program has given assumption of 2 days of time.